A U.S. soldier in custody in North Korea? How did that happen? In case you do not remember, the government of North Korea is at odds with USA, because their ideology, which is communism, is opposed to the ideology of capitalism, which the U.S. promotes. On August 18, 1976, 2 U.S. soldiers were murdered in North Korea, in what is known as the Panmunjom axe murder incident. But how did they get hold of another American soldier? A U.S. soldier named Travis King got detained in North Korea, but first, who is Travis King? Travis Travali King, a 23-year-old soldier who crossed into North Korea. According to Wikipedia, he was born on February 15, 2000, to Thomas King and mother Claudine Gates. He grew up in Racine, Wisconsin, and attended Washington Park High School. Graduating in 2020, King got recruited in the United States Army in January 2021. He became a cavalry scout and was assigned to 1st Brigade Combat Team, 1st Armored Division, and was sent to South Korea in February 2022. Relatives described Private Travis King as a quiet loner who did not drink or smoke and enjoyed reading the Bible and was excited about serving his country in South Korea. But how did he get to North Korea? On September 4, 2022, King did not report for his daily formation in Camp Boniface, a United Nations command military post located 400 meters south of the southern boundary of the Korean Demilitarized Zone. It is 24 kilometers south of the military demarcation line, which forms the border between South Korea and North Korea. He was later found in Wojongbu, located north of the Korean capital Seoul. He stated that he refused to return to post or to the U.S. But how did his travails begin? On October 8, 2022, King was involved in a fight with some South Korean locals in Mapo, in Seoul. King punched a man in the face at a club several times. When the police tried to question him, he continued acting aggressively, and did not answer any of the questions he was asked. He kicked the door of the police vehicle and caused some damages to the car. He was placed in the back seat of a police car where he shouted unprintable words and insults to the officers. He later pleaded guilty to assault and destruction of public property and agreed to pay $783 to fix the vehicle. A fine which he ended up not paying, but instead chose to be remanded in custody in South Korea for more than a month, which made it impossible for him to go with his unit when they returned to the United States. Following charges of assault, King was fined $5 million or $3,950 on February 8, 2023 by the Seoul Western District Court, which he again failed to pay. He was then held for further 47 days at a South Korean detention facility in Cheonan and was released on July 10, 2023. A week later, Travis was escorted to Incheon International Airport. As far as customs checkpoint, he was to head back to Texas for pending administrative separation actions for foreign conviction, but because the military official escorting him had no ticket, he could not make it past the checkpoint. So, King continued into the terminal alone. But instead of boarding his flight to Texas, he fled the airport by approaching an American Airlines employee and claimed he was missing his passport, according to the Korea Times, which reported that the airport official said that King had said that his passport was missing and used that as an excuse to not get on the flight. After leaving the airport, King joined a group of tourists on a civilian tour of the Korean Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, at Panmunjom, crossed the military demarcation line in the Joint Security Area into North Korea on July 18, 2023 at 3:27 p.m. Korean Standard Time. According to eyewitnesses, King, who wore black cloths, which comprised of jeans, a black shirt and a black hat with the letters DMZ printed on it, suddenly sprinted into the North Korean side of the military demarcation line while the tour was ongoing, and he was making a loud, laughing noise while running. One of the witnesses said they thought it was a prank. But it became clear that this was no stunt when soldiers from the southern side ran after him but could not catch him, and he was taken into North Korean custody after being picked up by an unidentified vehicle that belongs to the North Koreans. On July 20, 2023, the U.S. Department of Defense declared King to be AWOL. 4 days later, the UN command stated that they were in communication with the North Korean government regarding King. United States refused to classify King as a prisoner of war due to the fact that the decision to cross into North Korea was of his own, while in civilian clothing. So, what is the situation of Travis King now? Right now, he is no longer in North Korea. On September 27, 2023, North Korean state media reported that King would be quote and unquote expelled, and that he would be returned to American custody. King was subsequently flown to Kelly Field at Joint Base San Antonio Fort Sam, Houston, Texas. It was expected that he will be treated on base at Brooke Army Medical Center. The U.S. Department of Defense released a statement that their immediate goal was to focus on his health and his return to his family. The U.S. military was also to debrief him regarding his activities in North Korea, and any dialogues he may have had with North Korean officials. King was later charged with a series of alleged offenses, including possession of child pornography, assaulting fellow soldiers, and disobeying a superior officer. He was charged with 8 counts in total. He was detained at Fort Bliss, Texas, where he is being held in pretrial detention. According to CNN, the United States Army also confirmed that King has been charged with violating the military's judicial code but declined to comment on the details of the case, citing his privacy. That's all we know for now about Travis King. What do you think about him? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Please drop a like, and if you are not subscribed, please we implore you to subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Goodbye.